Well, we figured out how to start the video recording without having to stand up and press the button. Now, if I could figure out how to end it, I'd be batting a million. Welcome back to Lavender and Lattes, and if you're new around here, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Michelle, and this is kind of my catch-all hobby channel. For those of you that follow my community posts, and the polls that I post and everything else just post related on YouTube, you'll know that I put up to vote which philodendron you want me to talk about, in what order, what you want to know more about that's in my collection. This is not my entire collection sitting on this table. I couldn't even fit it all in this screen. But yeah, this is pretty close to the entire collection. And then some of it, like, it's a real pain to pull out off the back of the shelf because I have to pull all the other plants off, and then I have to leave them on the floor, and that's just kind of like, we live, we've got carpet and stuff, so. Anyways, for those of you that are new to the channel or you haven't already seen him, this is Phil. He is my first philodendron and my original philodendron, and I love him. I was told he was a white wizard. I know right now it looks like a white wizard. I promise you it gets the pink. It's a white princess. And I have further proof of that with this right here, which is the top cut that I took off of Phil, and you can see the pink in this top cut. This is Phyllis. I'll talk more about it when I get to Phil's video. It is the third one that I'll be doing in this series. But I got Phil as this leaf. I still have the first original leaf. I've had him almost a year now, I think. Again, I'll put out like when I got him and stuff like that, because I think I posted about it on Facebook that day. But yeah, talk more about him. And then for this guy right here, I'm hoping that I get another 2 or 3 leaves before spring rolls around and I can start air layering, because I would like to, by the end of summer, be able to have taken a top cut and then sell the butt cut, and continue to grow my top cutting without taking up too much room in the house and without the need for support poles, because as you can see, the leaves continued to grow in size, but we will talk more again about that later. So there is that first one, and then we have the lovely pink princess philodendron. I fell in love with pink princesses. I know they're overrated. I feel like most of the plants I have in my collection are overrated, according to most people. I also know that mine's not highly variegated, and it looks like it's reverting. It's not reverting, I promise. It's just a little mad at me. I have, and I didn't bring it out with me, but I have some very highly variegated cuttings that I took off this girl. But I got Philomena on sale at Kroger's. She was a pour drown plant for about $6, almost $7 after Mother's Day. And here's one of the cuttings that I've been growing at. It's from my mother-in-law. This leaf is hardening off, and we have the new leaf coming out. I might have forgot to water this for like maybe half a month or more on a few occasions, which is why it looks the way it does. That's what happens when you have too many plants. And then we have, let's go with my next, let's go with the next one I got. I feel like that's the better way to do it. So we go with these two right here, my snowdrift philodendron. These will actually be the second video that I'm doing. I love these. I got them for my anniversary. I got one myself. I like bought one because it was on super sale, and then my husband came home with one, which was really nice. So yeah, I put them in the same pot. They have their own series, but we'll actually end up adding this this video to the playlist as an update, because I know I never did actually post any of the updates. There's not been anything super remarkable. You know, they're doing fine. They're doing healthy. They're pushing out new leaves. I've gotten quite a few new leaves since I've, you know, started the rescue process. I did, when I repotted them together, go ahead and check the roots, and I added more rooting powder. And I've started feeding them a miracle fertilizer, which I will grab and talk about at the end of showing you guys all of these. But I'm hoping that miracle fertilizer does miracles. And then let's see. In order of next, we have our Ring of Fire. I'm actually going to end up filming the video today in this sitting. But this is Phoenix. This is my Ring of Fire philodendron. I actually feel like I got the Painted Lady first, but I could be wrong. No, I think I got Phoenix first. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Phoenix. Anyways, so I fell in love. I forget, is it the Sydney Plant Guy's channel? He has a Ring of Fire, and he was talking about his overrated plants, or plants like he wouldn't get again or something like that. I was like, I fell in love with his, and I was like, I want that. And then I found this at Home Depot and just about, you know, broke my hand trying to snatch it off the shelf. But yeah, this lovely, oh no, it wasn't Home Depot, it was Lowe's. I actually went there to look at the clearance section because one of the girls in my local plant channel, she works there, and she was like, yeah, so our clearance section's completely full. And I saw a bunch of philodendron, and I was like, ooh, like maybe I could find one 50% off. Yeah, this wasn't 50% off. I paid full price. It's fine. And then we have, pretty sure the Painted Lady was next. I feel like a lot of you came to me from the video on this. I promise you there is one more cutting. We will be doing the Painted Lady dead last, unfortunately. So we have to get through all the other philodendron videos first before we get the official update. But I have two cuttings, really good healthy cuttings from that really sad free rescue philodendron Painted Lady that I was given, that was being munched on by aphids like it was a, you know, buffet. And then we have this lovely thing, which I paid $5 for, which was also ate by aphids. You know, it's fine. Doing great. Looking lovely. And, well, tons of new growth, but we'll get around to talking more about that, more about my experience buying on Facebook Marketplace in general. That's going to be a whole different video because I've had a few experiences at this point setting up trades and stuff like that through Facebook Marketplace. And there's a few things that I've learned that I will be doing in the future when it comes to trades. I'd almost rather give away plants for free at this point than try and trade for things I don't have. But those are the Painted Lady philodendron. That's that top cut. And then the other cut is in the back. And it shares a pot with one of the Pink Princess cuttings that I have. Both of them have two nodes that have spawned, which is really nice. And then we have, I believe, it was my Golden Goddess philodendron that I got on a plant trade. And I have since cut this up, and it's putting out new growth and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys can see the nodes that have popped, and you know, they're putting out new leaves and everything else, and there's a bunch of different growth points on all of them and stuff. Yeah, they're still in water. I give them nutrients, so I figured it was fine. No big deal. I really look forward to talking about that one because my hope is that I can actually, this growing season, this spring, summer growing season, probably summer, probably late summer, get a larger one and then add that into it and then just continue to bush it out because it grows like a vine. But we'll get further into that as we go. The last one was the Paraíso Verde. Did I say that right? Paraíso Verde, I think. I haven't had to speak Spanish in like 2.5 years. Last time I spoke Spanish, I was in Puerto Rico. And it wasn't much. But this is my little, I named it Ysera after the green dragon aspect on World of Warcraft. And I know that Ysera died and there's a new aspect, but I really don't like her daughter. I think she's really whiny. So this is Ysera. Anyways, I don't play WoW anymore. I still have my account. I don't have the money to play WoW anymore, or the time. It took up way too much time. But there's a whole video on me getting this. I got it for free from one of the local growers, and it was just a cutting that she had, and it had its like really big leaf, and it was kind of putsy looking, and it was outside in the cold for a little bit before I get to it, and now it's doing good. I'm hoping the variegation comes back, but even if it doesn't, it is beautiful. So those are the philodendron that we have to go through. And in order, the videos will be Ring of Fire, Snowdrift, White Princess, the Paraíso Verde, the Pink Princess, the Golden Goddess, and the Painted Lady Philodendron. So in that order is how we will be going through it. I tried to keep it as fair with the polls as possible. I tried to like alternate the polls, but I also tried to put those things that were the most highly voted at the top of the list. So the Ring of Fire was like actually the only one that didn't end up in a tie. Everyone else ended up in a tie, so I ended up choosing what I felt like talking about first. It doesn't have much to do with like how much I love my plant or how little I love my plant when I chose. It was more like, what do I find most interesting to talk about, or which do I have more knowledge on, stuff like that, versus have to do more research. Like the Painted Lady, I need to do a lot of research on. The Golden Goddess, I know some things about, like I know Golden Goddess is actually the name that's trademarked or registered like to Costa Farms. But I don't know much else. But those will be researched thoroughly prior to doing the video. Wow, my voice is going on me. Please forgive me. I am recovering from being sick. And I have right here this lovely, I need to put this out there. This is not a paid promotion, and she does not know I'm doing this. So I wasn't asked to do it. I wasn't paid to do it. I'm not affiliated with the company. I am just a customer who is extremely impressed. I don't earn commission if you buy anything from her. And I would never ask for something like that. But I do want to share, I went down, and I know I shared it on here on a short, but I went down to Columbia, Tennessee, to Baxter's Mercantiles to visit the Gunn's Greenery booth. And I keep saying she because it's the owner is a female. Technically it's her and her husband, but you know, she's the brainchild behind everything. She had purchased another business. It had originally been called Dainty Danny's. I know that the owners for Dainty Danny's like went on to do other things, still plant related, but Not really sure. I wasn't in that community or anything like that, but I kept seeing like, Dainty Danny's. I was gonna go, and then I saw it sold, and I was like, oh, that's depressing. And then it's like, oh wait, like the new owner's like opening up in Columbia, which is so much closer than going to Murfreesboro for me. So that worked out really well. And she had plant fertilizer, and she also had the pardon me. She had some other things that I was interested in, like fungi that you could sprinkle into your pots and stuff like that to help your plants. So this is her plant fertilizer. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. But Gunn's Greenery plant fertilizer. This is the 2-ounce bottle. This is her trial size. I have used this for multiple waterings at this point, and I don't even think I've used 1/8 of the bottle yet. Like, it is still pretty full for being 2 ounces. This is a completely natural fertilizer. It's 5 drops per 32 ounces of water, and there's 2 ounces in here, and I guarantee you a drop's not an ounce. So, it's gonna take you a while to get through it. But really, guys, I saw after one watering and giving it about 2 weeks to really take effect, 2 to 3 weeks, like the change I saw in my plants was insane. I know she has other products coming out down the line, in the works and pipelines, and I'm really excited for them because I was asking if I could use this as a foliar spray, and she's like, I don't see why you couldn't. It's all natural, so I don't think it'll hurt anything. But she's working on one of those, so really excited. And I will post a link to her Etsy where you can order some, because I know that, most people watching don't live in, Tennessee, especially Middle Tennessee. So we'll post the link. I don't think she does international shipping though. So that's the only catch. And I don't know if she could based on what's actually in this. But if you can get your hands on some, it is awesome. With that being said, I don't want to take up any more time. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. If you've made it this far, wow, you listen to a lot of rambling. But we've gone over the collection for the most part, and now I'm going to blue skidoo on to the next video, and you will see me in the next one at some point. So I will see y'all later. Do good, be good, and when you fail,